Hello Power Rangers fans and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today we have some new Mighty Morphin merchandise that's been found by Twitter user at Ranger Select that I would like to talk about. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. So first up we have the seemingly Amazon exclusive 6-pack of Mighty Morphin 12-inch figures. So if you are not familiar with these like Nutcracker style figures, I got one right here for Mighty Morphin Red. So these came out last year and a little bit into this year. For the Mighty Morphin team, I mean, they've been pretty standard in Power Rangers toys since I think like Super Mega Force maybe. But you see them a lot for like Marvel and, you know, DC, Star Wars and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, they're not bad figures. I think that they're nice little like display things like that. You know, they have limited articulation. They kind of have sort of a ball joint head. They can move up like that and move out like that. They can rotate there, move out like that, move back. I mean, you know, not the worst, but, you know, obviously not, like, the greatest. The helmet, though, that looks pretty nice. But, yeah, they did 6 of these for the Mighty Morphin team. Not the 6 you would think. They did the Core 5 and the White Ranger. So, we still do not have one for Tommy's Green Ranger form, for whatever reason, but you can pick up all of them in one big set now, which we did not know about before. If they ever did like a Mighty Morphin Green Ranger figure in that kind of figure scale that could have like a removable dragon shield, I think that would be kind of fun. I don't know exactly how they would do it, or if they would just kind of have it painted on like that figure that came out last year that looked pretty terrible, that like dollar store figure. Don't do it like that. Because, you know, if you could have a removable shield, I could place it on my Red Ranger, because Armored Red Ranger is one of my all-time favorite Power Rangers tokusatsu suit designs. For whatever reason, I've just always thought it looked really, really awesome. You would definitely have a purchase right there from me, Hasbro. I would buy a Mighty Morphin Green if you could do that. But it's kind of surprising that Hasbro always goes with Mighty Morphin White over Mighty Morphin Green in terms of like the first to get merchandise, because like the Lightning Collection did that. This is doing that with the 12-inch figures. So it's just interesting that they kind of prefer that. They did with the helmets too in the Lightning Collection. So not as much Mighty Morphin Green love from Hasbro as you would expect, especially from what we got during the Bandai era of stuff. And you're probably wondering, do these have weapons that can combine? Well, yes, they do. So you can see right here on the back of the power sword, there are pegs there to like peg into the you know, power axe and such like that. I don't have the other ones to like prove that they combine, but I don't need to, because there is a picture on Amazon Canada of all the weapons combined like that. So it even looks like Billy has like lances that can connect into the big lance and everything like that. So definitely a different array of colors. You know, this is just cast in all gray plastic, while the other ones are kind of cast in their respective Ranger colors. So definitely an interesting looking Power Blaster, but at least you can do it. And you know, that's a pretty common thing. Most Mighty Morphin figures seem to be able to do the Power Blaster like just fine. You know, it seems to be like the one common factor between everything for Power Rangers figures out there. So hey, it can do it. So currently this is up on Amazon Canada. It has yet to appear on Amazon US. So there'll be a link in the description below to the Amazon Canada page, which if you just change the like CA part of it to .com, you should come up with an Amazon page whenever it goes up. There won't be one right now, but yeah. So we have the Canadian price, which is like 71 Canadian dollars or something. So I would have to assume that this will be like 60 US dollars, since these are all about $10 a piece. I believe, unless there was a price increase on them. I think there might have been to like 12 or something when they did the whole price increases over the course of 2021. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to get anything you didn't get if you collected them before. It's just be a nice way to get all of them together, which I never got any of the other ones. I just got Red, so I don't know if I would even bother getting the rest of them, you know, and get a duplicate of him or something. I don't know, but we are getting Dino Fury ones as well. I talked about that in my Dino Fury Season 2 video a couple of weeks ago about new Dino Fury Season 2 toys, which, speaking of which, a slight little detour for today's topic. The Dino Fury Showdown pack with the Fire Armor Red Ranger and Void Knight figures is actually in stock on the Walmart website right now for about $25 or so. So I will leave a link to that in the description below as well, because it's like our first Season 2 toy that's not only been spotted online, but also on store shelves at Walmart. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about today was 2 other things that Ranger Select found called these Mimo toys figures. They're like these, they claim they're like puppets, but they're articulated. So we have 2 of them here for the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger and Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger, and they seem to be like articulated figures with like fabric over the joints, kind of like a Hot Toys kind of thing, or a 3-0 kind of thing like we've been getting with the Mighty Morphin team, where it kind of, you know, breaks up. There doesn't break up like the, you know, design by having all the joints covered in like a fabric that can move around and everything. So these look interesting. They definitely look like a cheaper version of those kind of 1/6 really expensive collectible figures here. So these look to be some kind of other language, other, you know, country kind of thing. I'm not sure if they're going to actually show up in the US, or if they will, what they're going to cost. I don't know what the price point would be. They look a little strange. I don't think that they're the greatest looking things. They don't seem to come with any weapons or anything like that. But, you know, maybe if the Red Ranger one or something shows up here, I do like to collect Red Ranger Mighty Morphin merchandise. So, like, maybe I'd bother picking up one of them. I don't know if they're going to do the rest of the team or if we're just going to get red and blue. But yeah, these are definitely interesting, and just kind of another thing out there of Hasbro lending out the Mighty Morphin license to seemingly anybody who wants it, because we have so much Mighty Morphin figure merchandise, like I was mentioning earlier. The 3-0 figures, which those seem to be continuing. We just got a Ranger Slayer one shown off at the little like pop-up San Diego Comic-Con thing they did a couple weeks ago. So those seem to be continuing, those like $100 figures. So there's a lot of Mighty Morphin merchandise out there between all these different kinds of figures. You know, you have these really expensive ones, you have these really cheap ones like this one, you have the Lightning Collection variants and stuff out there. There's so many Mighty Morphin merchandise out there right now. The mini-mates are coming. I did a video on that a couple of weeks ago. So really, there's like no better time to get Mighty Morphin figures than right now, because there's so many different options. So yeah, you know, just some fun stuff I wanted to talk about here today, because I saw all these pictures and such like that, and I thought it would be fun to kind of talk about them here for a minute. So huge thanks once again to @RangerSelect on Twitter for finding all these pictures and posting them and such like that. They always find like some really obscure toys, or, you know, mainstream toys as well. So I'll leave a link to them down in the description below, so be sure to give them a follow. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below of what do you think on all of this stuff that I talked about today. And, you know, did you collect these before? And if you didn't, are you going to get this set hoping that they'll do a Green Ranger Tommy eventually? Or did you get them and you think it's just going to be a nice set for a Power Rangers fan that you know out there or something like that? I think the Amazon Canada release date for this is like January 1st, 2022, so it won't really be in time for like a Christmas gift, but it could be like a late Christmas gift or something for a Power Rangers fan that you know out there, especially if it will actually be like $60. It's kind of a nice way to get pretty nice looking figures to just kind of have on your display shelf. You know, I like to just kind of display it there. It's a fun time. And also, are you going to pick up these weird like fabric puppet posable figure things if we know anything about them coming to the US, or price points or anything? Or will that kind of be your deciding factor, the price point and such like that? Or are you kind of the collector that goes after the 3-0 $100 things? Or are you content with Lightning Collection like I am? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching this video, and of course, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter @LivingRangerKey or @LightningFigPR. I'll see you all next time.